I know I've done this race before. I've done it in the Audi R18, and I do like Le Mans. I'm going to race it anyway, so I'm just going to record it. If anybody watches it, then fine. But I'm just going to record it while I'm doing it anyway. I've not been in the Porsche for ages and ages and ages, so I thought I'd have a drive of that. I was going to load these friends list up. I don't think I have many on the 24 hour on the day. The night time there's quite a few more. I'm going to do the day one anyway. So I've not done it for a long time in the Porsche. I always use the Audi. So I'm going to do it in the Porsche, and I'm going to well, it looks like there's loads of names on there down the bottom now. Hopefully Ted's not in it, because his car it's just ridiculous how fast it is. I'm sure he can't drive it at the speed it goes around. If he's in it, he's usually got no chance. She's free. I've got no expectations of winning this with this car whatsoever. I still need quite a few upgrades. If I had a few more upgrades, perhaps I might fancy my chance a bit more, but with the upgrades I have got, how much is that engine? 110. No, I don't think so. Right, so I'm going to go in this anyway. So as I say, I'm not expecting to win this at all, but I'm just going to record it while I play it anyway. So I'm not going to yak all the way through it like I normally do. I'll probably change, well, we'll change camera angles a few times as I go through it. I will drive it in chase view, cockpit view and hood view. I might even do a little bit of driving in bumper view as well, just for the hell of it. So if you want to have a little watch along, that'd be good. I say if you want to just fast forward it to now and again, that's good as well. So, but I know people do like watching these 10 lap Le Mans, and I've already got a video on here of the Audi R18, but the fact I haven't done it in this Porsche for, I can't remember last time I even drove it. But the way I set up the recording these days is a lot better than when the Audi was done. So the aspect ratio is a lot better and stuff now than it ever was before. There's always such a terrible hang time on this at the start of this Le Mans. Oh, the wheel's moving, so it looks like something might be happening. With this Le Mans, when you start driving this, if you're not driving it already, usually the first lap there's crashes on the first few corners somewhere along the line, and on the first long straight there's usually one or two crashes along there, and it doesn't matter really whether you get caught up in it or not. Most of the time you do, to be honest. These Toyotas that are in front, the blue ones here, they're Toyotas, and you have got no chance against them down the straight, so you've got to try and get them on the corners. The idea of this to start with is not to get crashed off if you can help it, which is easier said than done. So there's a car gone off there, a couple there. There's all, no, so that is actually quite typical what happened. I don't even know who got me. That is actually extremely typical of what happens on the first lap. It certainly did grip well around there. Now already that has probably put pay to me winning the race already. We should get them around some of the corners. and I try and use the other cars to lean on as I'm going around the corner. Now usually them Toyotas gain on you something terrible as you're going down the straights, but you can normally have them in. There's a surprise. Now if that was in real life, I mean you'd be in right trouble, wouldn't you? But it all happens so quickly. It's really hard to avoid. I certainly can't react quick enough. The trouble is when you're going past the cars, you can't actually see if they're gonna pit manoeuvre you on the way past them. I must say, this certainly seems to have much better cornering than the Audi that I tend to drive. Well, I do drive the Audi every time I pattern, but this is got so much better cornering. I can go flat out round here in the Audi. It's definitely got better grip than the Audi. I'm surprised really how much better the grip is. I didn't see what time that was, but that was definitely too slow to win. The best I'm going to hope for is probably about 5th. Hopefully you can keep this flat out all the way. This corner here is really important because you want to try and get around that corner as fast as you can without braking if at all possible. Let's hope he doesn't go the same side as me. This one's an Audi we're going past now. Just about in front of him. Seven is certainly no distance, is it? But I should now be able to outbrake. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised with this car. I think with a bit more, a few more upgrades, I think this is probably better than the Audi. I did a top 20 list of cars in the game and I didn't actually put this car in it. I put the Audi in it and not this one because I never ever use this car. Since obviously used it a little bit when we did the challenge where I won it for free. A little while after that I won it, but then once you got the Audi and I started updating the Audi, upgrading it, sorry, I haven't really used this at all since. I always seem to get that corner wrong. I always shoot. Oh, that's a terrible time. That was 2 minutes 18 past that little bridge of the. I only just noticed that. Normally I go past her about 2:10 in the Audi. Oh, I do corner cut. Don't tell no one. So this is the trouble with this particular event, because it is worth so much either money if you need it, which I don't, or gold, which I do, you know, it's like many other events, you tend to, you do anything really to win the thing, so you end up corner cutting and all sorts. I mean, that was 3 minutes that lap. The only way I've got any chance of winning this at all is if the opposition that I'm up against today has been programmed to be really slow as well. I mean, I've done the Audi in sort of 28:30, which is a pretty good time, and still lost by 20 seconds. And that, I couldn't really, to be honest, have driven it any better. And I still had no chance of winning it. I broke far later than I ever would break in the Audi there. Like this little segment here, I'm normally at 55, so that's 58.5, so that's 3.5 seconds down already. So I've got not a cat and heels chance of winning. Change the camera angle, have a little going chase for a little while. Hopefully I won't crash straight off like I normally do in this view. I've got a bit more used to it these days. I'm going along here thinking about that grass on each side of the road. I'm thinking, they've cut that grass nice. It certainly has got much more grip than the Audi. I'll have a little check of that top speed in a second on the next fast straight we've got, the next long, well, the first straight you have on the beginning of the lap. The Audi normally gets up to 200 and between 230 and 231. It always seems to be the same time. Right, don't come off the accelerator, you've got to try and get the line right. Not particularly legal that, I think I went across the corner a bit there. Right, so this up here, you come a little, there's a second brow of the hill, and the Audi is 231. So the hill just goes up slightly. This bit here, so that hit 225. So that is, broke too early, no? So the Audi is 6 miles an hour faster, so that's probably, whatever, 10 kilometres an hour faster. So on 3 seconds, there's 3 segments on this this lap, there's 3 markers. The first one there was 58 seconds I went, and that was painfully slow through there. I think I'm just taking this, I'm driving this like the Audi, and I need to change how I drive this, because you can corner much faster, definitely. I realise that, but actually doing it is difficult to commit to. Yeah, so you got 3 segments. The first one, 58 seconds that was, I went past. There's one up here a bit, you got sort of 2 white bits of sand each side of the road. and then obviously you got the finish line. So the first sector I did just up here, it should stop the clock 1:55, and normally I try and do that in 1:50. But you can definitely brake later. 210 under this Porsche bridge, and that's 214. I've not seen any other cars for ages. Some of that, to be honest with you, probably because I'm in chase view, I think. Well, that was correct. Oh, there's a car at last. That was good through that corner there. That was about exactly what I wanted to do. Past the fire engine, normally 35, that's 36, so that wasn't actually bad at all then. Right, so the first sector is, what, so 2:25 in time, so I broke slightly later than I normally would, and I could still brake earlier than that, later than that. It's good to know. Right, this sector normally 55, went 58 last time. 58 this time, but yeah, I think last time was about 58.5, but slightly better. This can try and brake a bit later, or much later than the Audi. Well, that car in front, there's no avatar coming up for him for some reason. That would normally suggest that you're going to be lapping him. Right, his name's coming up now. Well, there, while I recorded this before in the Audi, the aspect ratio wasn't quite right at all. You notice it, so it's got that name in front, Tony White, and in the distance, well, on the way I used to record it, that would all be intertwined, that there was no separation between the distance, and the name. About saved it there. Well, that car's an Audi. You got the Toyotas are the dark blue ones. Oh, you idiot! That's so annoying. These Porsches are sort of white, and the Audis are more like a silver. I'm going to change the view in a second. If I don't crash in the meantime, that is. I'll keep it on this view actually while we go, hopefully go past him. So I might not get past him because the Audis are faster on top end. So he's starting to get away from me there. But I should have him on the corner. So we'll have that brake far later. Oh, take that! That'd be a lesson here. Right, let's chuck it in. I'm going to have bumper cam actually. Bumper cam a minute. Now that is low. Not actually sure where I am on the track, to be honest, the way that's going. That's actually a really, really nice view. I do like that. My ideal view would be probably just a few centimetres higher than this, not much to be honest. If I could just have just, you know, like the front spoiler. If there was just like a front spoiler at the bottom of the screen here now, just a little tiny bit higher with a spoiler, that'd do me lovely. I'm only sort of doing this track sort of from roughly from memory where I should be braking and where it's going. So I'm a lot slower this time, 219 under that bridge. I could get used to this, really could. Not sort of a view that any of us really seem to drive, but nice. I like it. Right, cockpit view. Trying to move it over. So now this is nowhere near as confined as the Audi is. But again, I've got a sort of drive from memory of the hood view, where to brake and where to turn and stuff, and it's a little bit guesswork if I'm honest. But at least this, so you can see that if you have seen my Audi video, then you'll probably notice a difference in the aspect ratio. It's a pity really there weren't more cars about, but that's the trouble when you play this race. I always tend to be, for lap after lap after lap, just racing on my own. Doesn't matter what position I'm in. I could be near the back somewhere, or anywhere. Accelerator's not working here. Absolutely any position, you'd never seem to be near anybody else. It's always so spread out. I don't think I'm going to be catching anyone somehow. Taking it that wide. Right, I'm a little bit of sand, 150, as you can see I'm already on 150 and I'm about 7 or 8 seconds before I get there yet. That's 2 minutes up. I think the next time I will race this again. I'm obviously not going to record it every time. I'm not going to bore you all silly with that, but I think I do really need a few upgrades. It's funny, it's different to drive than the Audi. It's a nicer car to drive really than the Audi. It just hasn't got the same. It's not got the same winning potential. Definitely not. I mean, I sort of know that before I even started, I've got no chance of winning in this car with the upgrades it's got. If you had all the upgrades, then yeah, you know, no problem. But for me, getting the upgrades, well, I just can't afford them. It's just as simple as that. Can't afford them. So for the ones that when you go through the game, certain upgrades you can afford, some of them you can't, and you have to, you know, you've got to spread your money across all of the cars, you know, as you're going through the game. Obviously, if you've hacked it, different game entirely. You just buy what you want and upgrade everything. But what's the fun in that? There's no fun for me at all in that. Not in the slightest. Don't even see why you even do it. You might as well just open the game up, click finished, and then go on to something else. Go and do another game. It's just pointless. I just don't get it at all. Alright, you can go where I am on here. I'm not winning this. You would win. Of course you would. If I had upgraded car, I'd win it as well. So I'm not trying to be nasty with it. I'm just saying it's of no achievement to have a car that's fully upgraded and then go and win. There's no achievement at all. Whereas what I'm doing is obviously losing, but I don't lose every time I play this. I often win, but when I do win, it's a bit of satisfaction there. It's I've done well with the upgrades I've got with the Audi, whatever it is, 3. I can't remember exactly how many, but it's about sort of 70% upgraded. It's enough upgraded that if I drive the car really well, I can win. If I don't drive really well, I won't win. If the car was fully upgraded, I'll tell you here and now, I would win every time I played, and that to me isn't achieving anything. That is just, and then there's whatever you call it, the Toyotas. You get one of those fully upgraded. I can honestly say, and I'd put real money on it, I would win every time I ever played this. So the only thing you can then do is do the time trials and stuff. So that's what you want to do, time trials, then that's great, but not what the game's about for me at all. I try and win with the car I've got. Anyway, what do I know? We're all different. No one anywhere. Well, that time I've got slower, I think. Putting that interchange through there was a little bit like being in darkness and someone turning the lights on. One, two, 3, 4 lanes this bit. I start to kick that in that lane. It's really hard to kick that in lane. There's a corner coming up, better brake I suppose. Only one lap to go after this one. Thing is, even though I've not won, not come in the top 3, but come nowhere near winning, the money is still quite good. If you can do this 10 laps race, you still get pretty good. I don't actually know, to be honest, how much you even get for coming 7th. But it's still going to be well worth doing, even if you, you know, you have a bit of a bad race and come nowhere. When I first did this, saw this, and it was 10 laps at Le Mans, and I'd been on the wherever we won the Porsche. I can't remember the name of the series where we won the Porsche, this car on. And I think we'd done. There's one race on the challenge, and it was something like 4 laps at Le Mans. Because on the challenge you do like part of the track, and then you do other, you know, obviously normal tracks, and then come on here, and then got on it 10. I thought 10 laps. I can't do 10 laps. It's much too far to drive in one go. But I've been doing 10 laps most days now for God knows how long. Don't mind chase fuel here at all, really. It's quite nice. All views are good on this. Right, do not come off the accelerator. You can certainly go through that corner better on here than you can in that Audi. Right, let's chuck the old girl into, if I can find the button, it's in the button. Right, I've left that braking extremely late to see if I can, and you can still get round. That is amazing. I've left, you know, thing is, because I left that so late, I then had to brake longer so I didn't hit the wall of the chicane, which then, you know, my speed had reduced a hell of a lot, so I didn't exit it very well. That wasn't good either. So the ideal speed, really, you need to slow down enough that you're not going to obviously crash, but you don't want to slow down to a degree that you're going too slow, so when you are exiting the corner it takes ages to pick any speed up. I've gone too far there. It's not going to make any difference. I'm not going to catch anybody, I'm not going to get caught either. Two minutes was my worst time of these bits of sand up here, so I might even beat that on this. No. I thought I might have had the worst time ever there. I suppose because I had a good start. So the thing is, when I play this game, I still enjoy this. I've enjoyed this round Le Mans. I could have easily quit after 1 or 2. I mean, I did say, I'm pretty sure I said anyway, at the beginning, even on the first lap, I knew at that point I weren't going to win. So I could have then just stopped, retired, done it again, but you know, I don't need the money anyway. The fame, double fame coming in would have been handy. Do need that, but I'm not going to stop again and try again. I enjoy going around here anyway. I enjoy driving on this game. I don't have to win, I still enjoy myself. Mad or not, I love racing on this game. How much do we get for that then? 109,000, so it's still good money even for coming a disastrous 7th and a hideous time of over. This is the first time I've gone over 30 minutes, for God, well, I can't remember last time I went over 30 minutes, but I still enjoyed it regardless. So you get 28,500 for beating a couple of friends there, and if you had more, I'll frame it up a little bit. If you had all of your friends on that list, then you're gonna pick up more racing dollars for that as well. So the more friends you got on here, the better. Oh, I didn't put it in service. Not to worry, I'll do it another time. If you've stuck through that, well done. And I'll be back with another one soon. See you then.